Comfort in the Abyss has a whole bunch of buttons. There's like 32 buttons hidden in this system, and it works pretty well. And every single display change is a shotgun blast of signals to the respective children. So, when it comes to the data structure, I have all of the data in this one file. But it's easier to understand because I have it in classes. A class is set up by basically setting, you can have an inner class and an outer class. I have an inner class of class upgrade class. Pretty simple. And then I have variables inside of the class with different names. And to reference those in like another script, I have it set up so that I have a path to the data class, like to the node where it's in. Oh yeah. And because I have the class name data manager that's covering the entire document, it makes it so that I can reference the manager. Then I can set a variable to be equal to the class, and then I can access items from that class by just being like, okay, I have this. Let's say that I want a shop class variable, well, an upgrade variable. Upgrade class. Now I'm in the class, and then I can select the variable from a drop-down list. So I can like say I want the name or the ticks required, or the icon or the textures. The purpose of the best thing about the class system is that it has autocomplete, which speeds up the coding process so much. And if you have a pattern for how you access things, like say I have the ID of the button in question, I can then say, I can just send the data without sorting it to all the buttons. The buttons can then look at the data, grab the bit that affects them, and based on the ID, because the ID on the data and the ID on the button will match. Because when the button is set, it is loaded with some basic information, including the ID, some basic constants, and then when it's updated, it gets updated with other information that changes over time. The only reason why I don't do the class system for the things in here is because they change. However, I just realized I could improve this code more by setting it so that the constants are grabbed from the from the class entirely. Okay, yes, this makes sense and will probably scale quite well. Yes, autocomplete is really nice. I don't have that yet with my database system, though you could achieve that using get property list, effectively making what's dynamically opaque to the code linter. But your approach looks like a good cost scalability trade-off. Yeah, there's a little bit of cost in the beginning, but the cool thing is that this game still takes less than half a gigabyte to run. Like, you could probably run this game off of a Raspberry Pi. Like an Internet Explorer takes more memory. I think. I think Internet Explorer takes more memory. How did I measure memory? So I used Task Manager. If I look at memory usage, let's look at, oh, something happened. Okay, let's look at the names. Right now, the editor is using a little under a gigabyte. When I run the game and load in, now there's a third thing that's less than 200 megabytes. And as a result, I can then safely assume that my memory usage is less than half of a megabyte. I mean, less than half of a gigabyte. And as you can see, it's still under the 200, even while I'm doing things. So yeah, fun times. Also, I can probably load an old save file. Oh, save on exit on default, but it's fine. But yeah, fun times. There's a few little things that are still annoying. Like, this could be better, but like, I want to get rid of these debug notes, but don't know how. But that's a problem for another time. I need to draw a hole. So, let's start by evening out this hole a little bit. And then all right. And I mostly only need to worry about one side at a time. In this case, you can either, at warning a narrowing conversion, the line above, disable that warning for the whole project, or explicitly cast to int. Alright. Yeah, I think the problem is that I have a size, like I'm using a system property. which is a float by default, and then I'm converting it into an int for calculation stuff. Actually, let's see how this is looking. Honestly, that's looking pretty good. Now I can just add in some color changes. Actually, I want that there and even darker. And when I zoom out, yeah, that looks fine. Okay. And then if I really want to, I could add a little bit of striation. At least I thought I could. Ooh. For pixel art, you should use Sprite or yrehc34 if you compile it yourself, but it's not the most easy of processes. Yeah, I get that. I'm just used to GIMP. Alright. Oh, let's save that. Well, actually, I also want to pick this color. I'll take that color, then make it a bit darker. And then fill it in. That's not what I wanted. It's making me have to do the entire refill myself. Okay. Libre Sprite is 1000% worth learning though. If you install Libre Sprite, you will thank me later. Anywho, I will take my leave now. Thanks for the advice. No problem. Inventories are a pain in the ass, and I'm just doing what I wish someone else did for me. But yeah, Libre Sprite and A Sprite are both items on my to-do list. One last thing, I think data management, including inventory, is a pain in the something in general. That's fair. Also, I think you can say ass in here. I think that's something I specifically allow. Moderation. Presets. Yeah, ass is specifically allowed. Okay, that looks better now. Save and now I can reduce that size. And then when I go into the tile map system, I can start adding these. So let's go to tile set, then setup. I want to add those two things. What? This will be a different type of thing. This rock like ass cool. I will move my ass now for real. Have a good ass rest of your stream and development. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Figuring out some code and moving it from here to there. Anywho. Uh, anywho, rest easy, code well. Don't let the bugs bite. And as always, I'll be here. That shall be sand, and sand that shall be, and that shall be clay, and clay that shall be. Alrighty. And now I need to add the clay and sand into the data system for world node. Alright. This. Copy this. And that shall be sand. And that shall be clay. Both of which will be mining. Sand and clay. Clay and sand. And let's keep the minimum level at 1 for those. And clay. Alrighty. Person gets error. Play is mode. Easy to hmm. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Oh no, moment. I need to eat something. Be right back. All right. And we're back. And it appears that the shakes got worse. Well. Let's see.